Hey everyone, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with...
Oberon!
It was Oberon all
All
along!
along! Moo-ha-ha. And I would have gotten away with it too! Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy
Where are
Halloween,
you?
everybody, and no, I am not going to wear this through the entire show.
I had to do all that blind. There we go. Oh, it's you!
So if you missed the big intro with Mr. O in mask, do check that out later. Hi, JH. Hi, Kara.
Hi, everybody. Here we are for
Just having a little Halloween fun.
Happy Halloween. That's right.
And the light compliments of Spellfire. Well, not compliments. I did buy it, but Spellfire is a great resource for fun stuff. All right. Oh, thank you. We're the pumpkin twins today.
Pumpkinhead.
One's the good twin and one's the evil twin. We'll have you guess which is which.
Which is which?
Which is which?
Is that another pun?
Unintended, but it works. Yeah.
So excited to be here. Banshee's going to shuffle up those.
Well, number one, happy Halloween, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful day and hope you enjoy the show today. We're going to start off with the reading for the collective, and I've got, again, for the final time, the Halloween Oracle. Let's see what we pull on Halloween.
So I have to be left-handed for a moment?
I don't know, maybe.
Well, because I can't hold it that way
Well,
with my right hand.
oh, I see. And by the way, Mama T got us an early anniversary present. Notice how the handles are heart-shaped? They're nice.
I just realized it is on both sides. So
Yes, it is.
So I can actually hold it with my right hand.
So mine says witch and...
Warlock. Awesome.
Cheers, Mr. O.
Thank you, Mama T.
Yes, and thanks again, Mama T. Which is which?
Indeed.
All right, so anyway, hold up my booklet here, Mr. O.
Okay.
The Halloween Oracle by Stacy DeMarco's gotten a lot of use for me this year. I think I misplaced it last year, possibly. Anyway.
They are cute. Thank you.
All right. They are very cute and much appreciated. All right. Oh, I've had that one. Funny how we have repeats, but that was my card of the day on Witchy Wisdom Wednesdays that I do. But let's take a look at this. This is about strength, and I really like this one. On the outside is flesh. On the inside is bone. There is strength and vulnerability. In power, we have grown. Oh, gosh, I like these little rhymes. They're
That's
so
a nice
awesome.
little rhyme, yep.
Halloween is a scary festival. It is meant to frighten. We are meant to feel the release of being pleasantly scared. We trick or treat even though we know that someone may surprise us. We watch horror films knowing they will scare us. We even dress as skeletons who have no flesh at all, and their bones are there for all to see. In short, we allow vulnerability at Halloween and our strength in facing our fears too. There is incredible strength in showing vulnerability. It can often be the bravest course of action and the most frightening. More often than not, it is a power catalyst for personal growth, even though we may not be able to perceive that at the time. By showing our true selves and displaying some balanced vulnerability, we can seek and receive greater understanding from others. By admitting that we are wrong or that we don't have the solution when we are expected to, we leave more room to turn things around faster. By asking for help and support rather than acting as martyrs and feeling resentful shows strength and wisdom, not weakness. Should the skeleton card bring itself to your attention, dare to show strength and vulnerability if that's what you really feel. Shame, pride, grudges, or embarrassment are hefty burdens that need not be carried through the darkest of nights.
You want to hear something really weird?
What?
You know, it's all about the synchronicity, right?
Right.
Well, I was struggling for what kind of decks I wanted to use today for Halloween, and I thought, okay, I'm going to use this one, that's easy. I'm going to use that one, that's easy. Actually, I have a story for another one too, but I'll wait a few moments on that. And then all of a sudden it popped into my head, why don't you use your Tarot Santa Muerte?
Of course.
Because it has skeletons, just like your card.
That's right. Oh, wow. Interesting.
So I just think that's an interesting synergy or synchronicity.
Well, yes, it
The
is.
Santa Muerte Tarot, which I think is lovely, but is a little bit, skeleton laden.
Right, because we also have the Day of the Dead coming in on either November 1st or 2nd. We visit our family graves, so we'll be heading out tomorrow, weather permitting, to do that. So hopefully we will be able to. Mr. O has the day off.
Yes.
All right,
So,
what other decks you
in
have,
addition
Mr.
to
O?
that, I decided that, of
Hey, Job
course,
Zia.
it's
Well, thank you.
it's Halloween. Thank you. Thank you. It's Halloween, so I brought out my Ghost Tarot. There's the Ghostly Knight of Wands. But I'm going to show another one because they are so cool. That one looks like the Page of Wands. So, and
Mr. O
then
has come to like that deck.
and then just on some strange whim that happened with
Uh-oh.
Banshee, she suddenly decided to give me a deck she wasn't really using, and it's called the Gothic Tarot of Vampires. And I knew we had it. I think I knew we had it. I have my own Vampire Tarot. So that's the Fool, I believe.
Yep, it is.
And so I wanted to have Halloweenish monsters. So a walking skeleton, a ghost, and a vampire. It's almost like a joke. They walk into a bar together.
Hey, Sal. Yes, thank you, Jodsi. I hit that like button, everybody. We really do appreciate that.
Thank you.
Okay, back to my
So
decks.
what do you got?
Well, I still have, it's the Nightmare Before Christmas still. So we have the Six of Needles here. And that is, of course, swords. Six of Swords. We also have the Jack-o'-lantern Tarot. And here we have the Page of Pentacles. I really like this deck. This is a deck I used yesterday to predict the outcome of the U of M MSU game successfully. I did. I was so excited about that. It was just a load of fun. And what a great game, just got to say. I haven't watched football in ages, but that was pretty good. I think since last Super Bowl when we predicted the Super Bowl.
Probably.
Yeah.
We have a whole other business here if we could get into Las Vegas.
Nobody bet on us. Please, don't bet on us. But hey, we're going to go for 3 for 3 for the Super Bowl this year. This is, let's see, okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles and the Everyday Witch Tarot. And finally, I think I'm on my last deck, I brought out the Guardian of the Night Tarot of MJ Cullinane. And here is the Seven of Swords in that deck.
Beautiful. And then for Lenormands, I am taking the Halloween Lenormand, and there's the cross, which is the dagger in that deck. And you have?
I have, of course, the Malefique Lenormand, which has an eerie tone. There's the birds in that deck. Ooh, it's scary. Anyway, yes, Angel, I am still intact sports-wise. Who could guess? But... it's really interesting the way that game turned out. I thought after Michigan had a 16-point lead, I couldn't possibly have been right with my prediction. And I just got to say this, I started second-guessing some of my cards. The Three of Cups was on U of M's side. And I thought, did I second-guess and say it was going to be MSU, but U of M, it looks like they're celebrating the victory now that I'm thinking about it. but I was right all along. Banshee was right all along.
So, I haven't really worked with the Gothic Tarot
Yes.
vampires either, Angel. It's mostly just been sitting in a cupboard somewhere. Nothing personal. We just never got around to it, either of us. So, undaunted, there I go. I'm going to just see what happens when I use it today. So I guess that's it, eh?
That is it.
Let's get going.
We have some other content coming out today, video content. They're going to be shorter. There's going to be a meditation that Mr.
Right,
O
I
is
do
doing.
a Halloween or Samhain meditation. It's pre-recorded, and I usually will pull a few cards. So that'll be shortish, probably under a half an hour.
And the other one, also I have not put out our final installment of Halloween Haiku. That will be coming out on Facebook and Twitter. And then we will be doing a combined one, which will be a secret for now, a combined one along with all the Halloween Haiku we did this month in a mini video reading.
Our not so dramatic recitation of Halloween haiku.
Yes. So,
We've done that before.
So stay tuned for that. And
Hi, Patton.
Hey, Patton. Okay, Patton, thanks for telling us right away.
Happy
I appreciate
Halloween.
you being here. Happy Halloween.
It's kind of over for you already, isn't it? Or
Hope your
nearly over.
relative is doing all right, is hanging in there.
I hope you had
Do
a
we
good
have
one.
any candy? You know, he was whining because there seemed to be no candy in the house all of a sudden. But I did dig up something that he doesn't like as much, my healthy 72% Jardelli cocoa. And I did happen to find some of these Jardelli sea salt caramels.
I bought those. Both
You
of those.
did buy
in fact.
those.
Both of those.
And some lifesavers we had left over from our special event we did in person. So there's candy.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's later. When we're on later Thursday nights, that's when it's late for you. I forgot. We're 7 or 8 hours different, so it's not incredibly late yet. Good.
So also, last but not least, I'm hoping by November 5th, I've said this before, right? But I will have a slew of readings on our website, end of the year readings, wheel of the year readings, things for the next year. They make great gifts. They also are good for you. You know, you have a reading that you can look back on to tell you what to expect in the year ahead. They will be for sale and they will be on sale. Can't beat our prices anyway, but you know, they will also be on special sale prices. And one more announcement. We've just left our special 45th anniversary month of our first date, and now we're entering into our 40th anniversary month of our wedding. So
That's
in
right.
honor of that, there will be some giveaways in the next month. We have a deck to give away for one. There'll be maybe some reading giveaways, so stay tuned for that. That's it. Let's get on with the show.
Alrighty.
All right. So Marcia, you made it in first, and then Cele, Gina, Mama T, Angel Rivera, J.H., Kara, Jadzia, and Asel.
It would be wonderful. You know, we know we're going to do a road trip at some point when things get better. We thought we might go out east towards, you know, Massachusetts environs. So we'll have to coordinate with everybody, and maybe people could just sort of fly in or
Well,
road trip
across
their
the
way.
pond might be hard for
A little harder for Patton, maybe.
Mr. Bad Traveler, Mr. O here.
Yeah, I don't know about me doing that.
He's got motion sickness like
Okay,
bad.
who's
Marcia.
deck? Who's deck?
Oh, she's got it. Okay.
Let's break in the Gothic Tarot of Vampires.
Okay. Well, that's very nice, J.H. Sounds like you had a great time.
Cool. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
Wow, the chat's just freaking
Hop
out.
in. Thank you, Marcia.
Thank
We're
you.
excited, of course. Not doing much special because you know what? We never did a lot special. Maybe that's the secret of success, you know, is just accept it as a fact of life and a phase of life. Honor it, but, you know, we don't need any special bells and whistles per se. Although it was nice to get a gift, Mama T. I say I'm against that, but thank you. Thank you so much for that.
How do you want to handle her question?
Well, that's a good one.
Yes or no, or 3 cards?
I think we should do a yes or no first.
You are on the list, Lena. Don't worry.
Yeah, you came in after Patton, which
You didn't
I
put it on
think
the
was-
list, right?
I did. Just hang on. No, I didn't, because I think she was last after Angel Cara. I just want to make sure I got everybody in order.
I guess we're playing trick or treat over here.
Yeah, I think Lena's after a cell, but I'm just going to do that.
You're welcome.
We'll get everybody in today. Not a problem. Well, it depends. If 20 people come in now, that might be a problem. It's a good problem to have. Mr. O is humming.
That is correct. She came in after Patton.
Okay. But I don't have Patton on the list because he said no reading.
So do you know where Patton came in?
Yeah, who was before Patton and who
Hold on. Possibly a cell. I'm not
That's
sure.
what I said, and that's where I
Okay,
have her.
there
Yep.
you go then. Good.
Okay.
We're set.
So we're set. We've got you where you belong, Lena. We've got the whole reading.
Yeah, that's interesting, Mama T. Go ahead and cut him.
Oh, okay, Angel. Hey, you are very welcome anytime. You know that. All right. The first card is, that's funny looking, but I'm going to guess it's the Two of Wands. Is that stick thing there a
Yeah,
wand?
it looks like a stake.
Maybe that's why I did not keep the deck.
Okay, so it's the reverse Two of Wands.
And the second one is the Nine of something.
I'd say it's the Nine of Pentacles.
Oh, okay.
But I guess I can see now why you did give it up. Sorry.
And the third one, oh, wait a minute here.
It's Wands again.
Yeah, but it's even more obscure because it looks like there's a 2 at the top.
So I'm guessing they're a knight or something. Well, it's a good thing that booklet is here. Do you want to hedge for a moment while I grab the booklet?
Yeah, I think he'll cast this deck aside till he gets more used to it.
You're supposed to hedge.
I'm hedging. So, of course, when I'm forced to say something, I have nothing to say. But when I don't need to say anything, I have a lot to say. Anyway, it was a great day yesterday. We got through the Who's Your Monster Baby for people who joined us at that one. Hey, Sonali, upcoming 2 months ahead for your elder
Two
sister.
holes is the knight. Which
We'll
is
do
what I kind of
Sonali.
guessed. So was that upright?
It was upright.
Two holes is the knight.
2 holes is the Knight. Okay, so it's the Knight of Wands. So we have the Knight of Wands, we have the 2 of Wands reversed, and then we have the, what is that, of Pentacles? No?
It's the two. Oh,
What's
wait, I'm
the
sorry.
middle one?
The 9.
The 9 of Pentacles reversed. Okay.
You want to start?
You know, and I thought this was supposed to be a yes-no.
I asked you how did you want to do
I
it.
said it. I said yes-no.
No.
So we'll do a yes-no after this, because this is not going to be very clear to me. I feel like maybe there's some dissatisfaction here, though, that maybe, it seems to me, Marcia, that there's unhappiness. There is unhappiness, and I feel like something is happening. Something is about to happen one way or another in this relationship. It's not really clear to me that they're not together, but I would say that the future seems really cloudy. When I look at the Two of Wands, I kind of sometimes project into the future. They're together now, but that's reversed, and I feel like that makes the future much more cloudy. And the Nine of Pentacles to me reversed indicates a dissatisfaction with the things as they are. Somebody's not happy in this relationship.
Well, you know what I think is interesting about this Two of Wands here is when you turn it upright, you can see there's a person looking through a window at somebody else. And we all know that in the typical one, he's sort of looking out on the world, and maybe there's a sense it's good, but this is sort of like a sense of wanting that other world, wanting that. So when it's reversed, it could be saying like sort of a rejection of what it looks like, or a rejection of what it may have been, you know, the wanting of something that maybe was not right for them to want.
The Knight is in a positive, the Knight of Wands is in a positive aspect here, but I just have this sense with the two cards that I'm seeing there that is just indicating there's going to be some movement, something happening on this, something that will change this for the better. But what is that exactly? Is for the better walking away, you know, from something that is not fulfilling and satisfying enough? It could be that.
Right, and with me, that reverse 9 there of Pentacles, it's kind of like withdrawing in a way, like maybe sort of not wanting to bother with it, or giving up on it. So I'm wondering if that's their feelings. I guess, is that how you asked it? Let me look
No, they just want to know if they were still together.
So I still get the idea that maybe that is what I said, though, you know, that maybe they're not interested in coveting something else. Maybe they're not going beyond.
I can't see it that way.
Okay.
I think that somebody's not happy. You know, the Two of Wands is also about plans that fail. So if I look at it that way, too, that's where I'm coming from with that. And also, that Nine of Pentacles, you know, 9 can be a lot of things. 9 can be about your possession, you being possessed in a way by your possessions. They're overwhelming you. So maybe somebody feels smothered in this relationship or unsatisfied and unfulfilled. They want something else. And I like what you said there about them looking beyond at something else. But I feel that...
Yeah, that was my initial impression. You're right. The person looking through the window at them.
Well, but Mr. O, to your defense, I have the bouquet here.
Okay.
And I have the anchor. So I think that somebody in the relationship is trying to really make the other stay. You know, trying to, you know, put on their best front or whatever to stabilize things. The bouquet is about joy and gifts and giving. And so, in a way,
I think so.
I look at it as little bribes, you know. But I think we really have to do a quick yes-no for you on this to see if they are, you're asking if they are still together. My sense is they are, but it's not going to last.
Yeah, and I sort of feel that with that anchor there and that gift, that maybe, you know, they're sort of using their powers of charm, you know, to hold that kind of thing. Thanks for doing that list. I appreciate that. I think that'll be helpful.
Yeah, Angel and Patton are not getting readings, but we'll just pass by them. That's good. Thank you much, Jadzia.
I could actually pin that, I think.
Can you?
Let me see. And then we can update it as necessary.
Let me get that back. Well, it's clear that perhaps, you know, that person, you know, what is his name? Is it Alex? I forget. But anyway,
Arthur?
Arthur, that person may want you back, you know, and just plans on that someday. But you were asking if these two were staying together, and I kind of get the feeling they are not.
Okay, so I'm going to shuffle these real quick for the yes or no.
He's thinking of coming towards you. So why don't we ask that question as the yes-no? We'll ask that. Is he
Okay.
thinking of coming towards you? Who's trying to hold on? Well, I thought it might be him. You know, he seems to be somebody who likes the best of all worlds.
I guess we
you
missed
know?
a widget.
Did we?
That's what Mama T says.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see it. Sorry. Sorry.
When our son was talking with us about the use of widgets to, announce people's donations or new members or things like that, he indicated that our ability to monitor some of that and maybe reinforce the concept with our audience depended on us to notice that. And it is kind of hard,
Well, when we're reading, it is.
Right, when we're reading, when we're also responding to the
talking.
chat and stuff. I thought you were doing it yesterday. Oh, you are. So did I get to put the cut back together?
No.
I know that.
I have to keep things moving.
Oh, okay. Now you want to keep things moving.
It's my story and I'm sticking to it, Mr. O.
So it's
All
interesting.
right, it is interesting. I just want to count these because you distracted me. Let me count that again. Yeah, I thought so. I have an extra card here, so that gets removed, and we are here. And that is the 4. Okay, so it's leaning towards yes, that he does want you back. I kind of think you've been getting some clues to that, in the past with some of his treatment towards you. It's the Ace of Pentacles upright. Can you grab the cards, Mr. O? Thank you. And then we have the Ace of Wands upright. And the 4 of Pentacles upright. Or reversed. So
What is he giving up?
he has to release something in order to do that, doesn't he?
Even if it's only in his mind that he thinks he's doing that.
So I would say this, Marcia, this puts a little different spin on my reading a little bit. I think maybe she's trying to hold on to him. Maybe she realizes he's drifting away. And because he is interested in you. That's not to say he will come back, but he is interested in you. And,
So this could represent her trying.
Right, he has to give something up in order to do that.
Yeah.
And maybe he realizes that, So, I don't know. That's what it looks like right now. It's kind of interesting. And Mr. O, these cards are confusing.
They are a little bit. They're so gothically vampiric.
Okay. Hey, we made it through that one. So let's move on to Seeley. Seeley's reading is up. And then Gina, I'm going to compare my list to that one. Mama T. Then we had... Oh, Angel came in. Okay, right. And no reading for him. J.H. And then Kara. Jadzia.
Mr. Maurice is between Kara
Lena.
and Jadzia.
Mr. Maurice came in?
Yeah.
Oh,
I told you that a while ago.
there it is after Kara. Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Get him in. Okay. Well, I'm glad we have a good list keeper here, but that's the only one that I was missing. And then, of course, at the very end, Lena, we also have Sonali. Sonali came in at the end and wanted a reading, which sadly I didn't write down yet. I will get that. I know it's there. So Seeley is up. Can you check that reading for me?
It's your cards, right?
Okay.
I'm looking at the question. Do you want me to
is the
recite it for
question
you?
there? I've got it. No, I was trying to look for Sonali's question before it gets too far up the list. What does Scorpio feel about me then and now? Has he let me go? Wow, that's a lot of stuff there, Seeley. Let's see what we can do. What does Scorpio feel about me then and now? Has he let me go? All right, let's just do 3 cards. Let me try...
It's okay, Marcia. I guess it was a little complicated, but that's the way it goes sometimes.
Well, we apologize because it was a new deck and it was kind of confusing using that deck.
Yeah, I think that we were more confused than we normally would be because of that. I do like this deck. I could understand why people like Angel perhaps are holding back a little bit right now. Some of the images are complicated, and what I find is the more I explore decks, I like to work with the imagery I see there rather than just think of, oh, well, that's blah 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 of blah 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 suit, so therefore this means blah blah blah. Sometimes the images will give me an insight that's different and appropriate. At least I feel that way.
There it is.
Thank you, Marcia. Appreciate that. Okay, Sile. I am going to cut them now.
I'll get them in one moment.
I know you will.
All right. I just had to write down Sonali's question. I got it.
All right.
And I'm up to date. Wow.
Thank you. Like always, thank you.
Okay, so we have the Hermit. The Hermit is reversed. We have the Ace of Candles, the Ace of Wands reversed. We have the Devil upright. He may have let you go, but it may be a matter of him dealing with it may be a matter of the fact that he seems to be dealing with some other issues right now, personal issues. I think the Devil being in this card indicates that this person has a lot of, well, maybe not a lot, but has something that's obsessive almost to them. I don't know if this is a sexual desire thing. I don't know if this is drugs or alcohol. I don't know if this is workaholism. But I feel like this person is dealing with their own inner demons in some way right now. And that, there's not a lot of positivity in their lives. Maybe this is the way they feel about the relationship, because I know you were asking about this. They just feel like it was maybe, I don't know if you guys got off to a bad start to begin with, that maybe they just keep thinking on that. And they really they're really more out in the world now, or really into socializing and being around a lot of people.
Well, Scorpio here, so
here.
Being obsessive in relationships and not just primary relationships, that's kind of how we're writ in a way. So I sort of see that the way they're thinking about that was that there was maybe a sense of obsession with it. Maybe it wasn't dramatic, movie level obsession with you. I sort of agree with Banshee, that there was this idea that the beginning sort of had some heat there, but maybe the heat didn't sustain. Maybe it plateaued out. And so I'm thinking those are more thinking about the parameters of the joint relationship. But with this one is confusing only in the sense that I get the feeling like maybe Scorpio person felt either of you were more outgoing than the other was, and that maybe that was a factor to them, that they either appreciated or didn't appreciate that they or you were more outgoing than you or they, if that makes any kind of sense.
It does, but yeah, because I'm not sure if it's that person or not. I like what you said there. Why don't you
do the Lenormand?
Yeah, did I use
Halloween?
my deck
Yes,
twice
you did.
in a row?
No, that was the first reading only.
Oh, okay. So I did the Lenormand for yours.
That's right, and so I am doing the Lenormand for
I just
yours.
have to complicate things. Why? I should have done it for my own. I'm
Because
sorry.
you're not happy with my level of complication?
Oh, your level of complications are very nuanced.
It's pretty good. All right. Okay. So Celia, Celie. So in the Lenormand, I have pulled the Raven, which is like the stork,
We'll do, Lena, when we get to you.
and then the Coffin, which is the coffin.
Right. Oh. Well, it's really interesting here, Sile. It looks like this person's going through some transformation. There's changes afoot. What do you have to say? I know you're itching here.
You initially asked if the person was thinking about you or what they thought about you back and then, and I sort of feel like they want to move on, but they're having complications, and I don't necessarily know that it pertains exactly. Go ahead.
Hey, Sinelli, I know you're not on the list at the top, but I have you on the list, and I wrote down your question. You're really at the end of the list, though, right now, but I have you there. So we're all set. And I just wanted to make that clear. So, awesome.
Thank you. Were you trying to stop me?
No.
Well, you did. But I'm wondering actually if this sort of indicates that maybe the Scorpio person is actually trying to move on from all things, maybe, a total change, and that maybe some of this it only applies to then and not so much now. Just wondering, is that possible? Maybe I should review your question.
I want to look at it just a minute, too, yeah. God, it's funny, we don't have Sunny here, and I'm more distracted than ever.
So it's hard to say that maybe, it's more on your end that he's popping up in your mind, and maybe you're feeling some of that connection. Maybe you're feeling, because this is really what probably most pertains to your feelings in the matter, the coffin on the Raven, and maybe, either you're hoping to close that door for sure, or maybe you're wondering if they have closed the door for sure.
I haven't said anything on it yet.
Well, I am first because they're my deck here.
So, I think it ties into this devil thing with this person. This person needs to undergo their own transformation right now. They have some things they need to work out personally. And I'm not sure if it may have resulted maybe in your parting, but I feel that this is something personal to them. They have to let something go and make a radical change. I mean, to get the coffin card here with the stork, to me, indicates some real deep changes need to be done and some personal work. So I feel like I wouldn't abandon hope here necessarily, but I don't see anything here that indicates that they are still thinking of you.
Yeah, so I guess it's okay for you to close the door, as you're saying.
Yeah. And, as he said, I took it as this person needing the radical changes, but as he said, maybe this is a message for you, that it is time to close that door and move on. The stork's saying there's something new and better out there.
But I think you were sensitive enough to pick up on some of this, and that was a good thing that you asked.
Well, and that's what these readings are all about, to help you sort things out. So we hope that's helped. All right. Let's move on to Gina. Gina has an interesting question there, or work.
That is nice, JH. We don't normally hand out candy here. It's mostly a rule of the...
Well, no, it's not, but it's hard here in the association.
Nobody comes by.
Right, nobody comes by, There's just nobody here, I think, that comes by. It's not a senior community, but there are a lot of people here who seem to be childless, or they take their kids to the other neighborhoods nearby to trick or treat. So it just doesn't happen here, unfortunately. When we lived in another city, we used to trick or treat all the time. We used to give out candy. I used to trick or treat with my son growing up, and the funny thing was, because I would dress up with him too, people were always wanting me to come up to the porch and get the candy, and I kept saying, no, I'm an adult here.
Because you're short.
Because I'm so short. So they just thought I was one of the kids.
I died and went to heaven. I just ate one of those sea salt caramels. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, Mr. O. I love you too, Seeley. Good
Thanks,
luck with
Seeley.
that. Gina,
Appreciate
Gina,
that.
Gina. Let's take a
Gina
look at that
posted
again.
earlier.
I
Let's see if
know.
there's...
Damage of the Thin Veil. What message do the Ascended Masters have for the collective energy here in the tarot community? Pick a deck. Any one.
I'm going to pick the Ghost one because that is probably beyond the veil, the Ghost.
Absolutely.
I love this
Good
deck. It's
choice,
quite
Mr.
beautiful.
O.
It feels mystic without being scary, if I can say that. It just feels like there's a message there.
Okay, so after Gina will be Mama T, JH, Kara, Mr. Maurice, Jadzia, Asel, Lena, and Sonali. And I love this light too, Mama T, that I got from Spellfire. They had another one that came out later with a Ouija board design, and darn, I missed that one. And also I saw lately they had one that either was more ceramic or plastic that was like a bubbling cauldron with different lights. But I like this one. This one's perfect. Fits up here nicely. And it's got all these different settings to either have on solid light or blinking or lights that just merge into each other. I like that.
So I love that, Gina, because your question basically says what message for the spirit for the tarot community,
So this is for
all of us, all of
you.
the other people we know.
Compliments of Gina.
Thank you.
And let's see what we get.
You betcha. We love it. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the fact that when I was a kid, I had two great uncles. One was on my mom's side, one was on my dad's side. One of them was kind of a reformed criminal of sorts. Someday I'll tell more about that. But they were both into mysticism of maybe the 40s or so, the Edgar Cayce stuff. And they kind of gave me a little guidance, and I'll never forget them for that. It was really cool. Okay, Gina, here we go. So we have, the Three of Cups.
Awesome.
Isn't that beautiful?
That is awesome. Everybody's celebrating today.
Gina, you get the best cards. You really do.
Well, you don't speak too soon now.
I know.
What'd you get?
The Five of Pentacles.
But it's reversed.
No, it isn't.
Oh, it isn't?
Nope.
Okay, that's all right. That is all right. I
Yeah.
see where this is going, actually.
And then finally, we have a reversed Ace of Swords.
Okay.
Work with it.
Yeah, I can. So basically, the concept here is, life does not always hand us a bowl of cherries. Life is kind of tough sometimes. And the Five of Pentacles indicates, when the community needs to take into account here, some victories aren't always that apparent, to you. But we should celebrate regardless. Celebrate your wins, celebrate your losses, celebrating good times, celebrating bad times. Am I kumbayaing here? I know you're going back and forth like I'm...
Hi, Libra.
I feel like this is a card that just says, we need to come together, whether times are good or times are hard.
Well, because it is the Ghost Tarot, and because you asked on behalf of the Tarot collective community,
right.
My feeling is that normally in the Five of Pentacles, there's that sense that people are alone. They're not in their community.
Yes.
So we're saying that this is a community that is within the greater community of humankind. And so we may feel that way. We may feel that people don't understand us, or that we have some regrets about the fact that we enjoy what we're doing here, trying to seek visions and wisdom's advice from each other. And we all give to each other in that regard. So having said that, everything else she said was totally correct.
Well, dang, I think I'm just going to walk away now and let Mr. O run the show. That was so perfect.
No, you're not. Because really, when we look at this explains exactly what you said too, the idea that we celebrate this happiness. This is a community of all of us. Even what holds us together is our mysticism, our tarot, our esoterics. And then, of course, the idea that maybe we're at the beginning of all this. We're at the beginning of the age of Aquarius, and there still is going to be some struggles here in trying to find the acceptance that maybe that Five of Pentacles implies about being on the outside. So sometimes being on that outside provides our own inner happiness, our greatest happiness, but sometimes it also provides that window into where we still have to fight.
Right.
It's all tingly for me now.
He's so right about the Five of Pentacles there. I just, I could kick myself for not catching that. But, the whole thing is that we are a community with, we walk between the worlds, and so we aren't accepted everywhere in the world necessarily. We have to fight to be a part of some of our worlds, and then there's a part of our world that accepts us for who and what we are. And, and we can come together during times like this and express our joy and our celebration and share in our feasting. Yay!
So let's do some Lenormand now and see what the spirits will show us through that.
Yep.
I'm getting the burps from that chocolate patty there of sea caramel salt.
Oh. Wow. So the first card I pull is the Coffin.
Uh-oh.
And the second card I pull is the Crossroads. So it seems like our community, this community that we are speaking of here may have been, at a crossroads. But I think this community is embarking on a major transformation. Something is dying away so that something better can be born.
Fascinating. I can't really say anything beyond that. I think that sounds beautiful.
Yeah. I think we're on the verge of something, which sounds really great. Wow. Yes, well, Mr. O took the lead on that one. He did a great job on that one. Nice job, Mr. O.
Alrighty then.
All right. Mama T, you are up. And after Mama T is J.H., Kara, Mr. Maurice, Jadzia, Sel, Lena, and Sonali.
All right.
All right, Angel. We'll see you later.
Bye. Thanks for dropping in. Happy Halloween. Yeah, that was really cool. We put you on the list.
I thought I put you on the list.
Well, you are on the list. I mean, I think you're the most recent arrival.
Now, how did that happen? I looked at the list on the top.
Tell you what, I can edit that list, I believe.
No, I think it's my bad. I must have missed it somewhere.
No, I can't edit it, so possibly Jadzia can edit it. But we can review that.
All right, Libra, we'll get you on there. We'll get everybody
exactly
in today. I'm going to put you after Lena and before Sonali. I want to keep Sonali towards the end, so if Sonali has to go away, they can just come back and find it at the end of the show. Hey, you are welcome. Oh, no, you didn't. It's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll do it that way. That list is good.
Yeah, don't worry, Jadzia.
Yep. Thank you for doing that for us. Appreciate it.
Okay, I think that looks good. Do you?
So, yes, I do. Where's Mama T? Mama T, are you still with us?
So then, you can still catch Banshee's Material Matters. It was on this morning.
I added a spooky card to all the elemental readings.
Still good information, so yeah. Basically check that out. And of course, next Saturday will be another happy hour. All right, there's Mama T.
Okay. Want to do a yes, no on that? I'll do it.
It's your turn, right?
It is my turn.
Okay.
Okay, we'll get to that. Thanks for posting that now. All right, Mama T, let's see what's going on with this negative energy. Is it gone for good? Wonder where you know who is today. The CAT.
Oh, I know where he is. I saw him.
Yeah,
And you did talk about him, so now he'll probably show up.
I know.
He's upstairs in one of the other bedrooms on the bed.
Oh, okay. Just chilling today, I guess.
You're counting them, I thought.
Yes, I am. I thought about that right away. I was putting it back down. 'Cause I'm like, oh,
Sure
no.
you were.
I was. You don't trust me? Very interesting.
Yeah, I'll say.
Just the cards I got too. Well, Mama T, it's leaning towards no, but I will say that something's up here because we have the Chariot and ironically the Four of Swords. Along with the one ace, you got the Ace of Swords. So you asked if this negative energy was gone for good. It's possibly not, but I feel that you can keep moving this energy away. There's something here that is talking about movement, the Chariot, and rest. You know, it's time to put this to bed once and for all. And maybe what it means is just reinforcing your shields, you know, to move this energy on, then give it no place to come other than to go to rest.
Well, I'm slightly opposite here because I sort of feel that this indicates that this energy is still trying to hide from you, trying to lay low and not be noticed,
Right,
maybe
okay.
be seen to be at rest. And so therefore, though, the rest I pretty much agree is that really it will be up to you to basically just keep moving towards it and trying to put it away. Otherwise, it will just think that maybe it can hide from you. And maybe it can, maybe it can't. But that's what I think it wants to do. I think this energy sort of wants to just sort of be unnoticed by you. And then maybe you'll think it's gone.
So I think that some of the things that you need to do is whatever it is you were working on that, you know, dissipated that energy, keep reinforcing it. Keep doing it for a while. You know, whether you have to do it once a week, something on a routine schedule to make sure that it is gone for good. For a period of time, you know, maybe a month, and just see how it goes. And try to read again and see where this is going. I feel this energy can be moved. With the Chariot here, I definitely feel it can be moved. So hang in there with that. Let me do a Lenormand and see what else we get here.
And Sal, I see the question, and yes, that's correct. You are after Jadsia.
Right.
So I'm doing the Lenormand, right?
Yes. Well, you are going to let me have one sea salt one, right?
Of course, and I get the other one of that. Okay, so we have the two cards from the Lenormand, the Witch's Jars, which are the fish. And then we have the Blood Moon, which is the moon.
Again.
And I love that because they're almost reinforcing each other totally, right?
Well, I feel this definitely goes with the Chariot. Because, again, the fish can be about movement and flow. And, I mean, it can be about abundance and money and all of that. But in context with your reading, I really feel like you can work some magic, you know, you can work some energy work and move this along. Again, it's about movement. I definitely see it here.
Right, and from that more, you know, symbolic way of looking at that, maybe this is saying that, you know, you have to sort of employ mystic energy, spells, charms, whatever it is to, mentally try to give it a push and move it away. Maybe do it on the full moon or something like that.
That's right. Hey, that's what we have for you, Mama T. Good luck with that.
And I have
JH
to...
posted a question. What do you need to do? Do you want me to chat here?
Yeah, you can chat for a moment. I'm just going to be right here because basically there's a wardrobe malfunction.
Uh-oh.
He wanted to play with these.
Oh, no.
So I'm moving.
So he came back down after all.
No, it's actually Shadow.
Oh.
She's going to go there now and play with him. Please leave them alone. Oh, well. She likes my cloak and witch's hat, and so she might burrow into them. That'll be funny. I guess I'll have to give her a cam if she does that.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, so what's going on?
We are on JH, who posted a question. When it said, have to walk away from a situation wondering if they regret what they did. All right, let's do 3 cards first. We might want to qualify with a yes, no. That will be your deck.
Right. Okay, so that means I'm going to use the Sante Muerte Tarot.
Let my tea get cold. Again, shame on me.
So far, she's leaving it alone. That's nice. I don't want her to claw them.
Okay, so again, it's J.H., Kara, Mr. Maurice, Jadsia, Asel, Lena, and Sonali.
And you're welcome, Mama Teresa. Hope that was helpful.
Well, it was an interesting reading. Some of those cards really kind of connected.
Mm-hmm. Now what are you into? I see you over there now.
Well,
it's okay.
I made a fort for them, but somebody keeps messing with it. Maybe they do.
They're like kids. We make little pillow forts for them with our couch and the pillows.
I have some special surprises for them I haven't given them yet. I may do it today. I may do it tomorrow.
All right. So, 3 cards for JH. So we have the Knight of Pentacles.
Ooh.
Upright.
So do they regret it?
I'm going to move that one over there a little bit. And then we have the Chariot.
Again, different deck.
Upright. I love that one. And then we have the reversed King of Swords.
Well, I have a feeling that they have moved, they've moved on, with that, is it the Knight of Pentacles, right?
Yeah, that's the Knight of Pentacles.
They've moved on, and the Chariot, that to me is just forward momentum, but that King of Swords gives me pause to think that they do regret this decision. They do regret. They do have some regrets here.
Yeah, I think...
Is it over what they did, or is it over what you did?
Yeah, I don't know that exactly. Let me ponder this, but I basically agree with you, Banshee. I feel that there's an idea here that maybe it was a hasty decision or certainly the wrong decision. I'm sort of feeling that the Chariot represents an energy that carried them with it. I don't necessarily know that they were providing that energy. Like, I don't know if there's another party that moved them away. That's maybe what I'm sensing, is that maybe something pulled them away, another person who really wanted to intrude. Basically, the Chariot is, could be seen to be a conquering personality. I'm not exactly sure that they reinforce the Knight of Pentacles, but in a way they could. Knights are sort of coming or moving of matters. And this, I'm wondering if maybe there was other reasons that pulled them in another direction. And I'm wondering if some of them could have been about their own need for material or security or success in those areas.
Right. Let me throw the Lenormand. I want to see a little bit more here.
Yeah, so it seems to me like maybe it was they needed to get away from that. So maybe there is a sense of regret there, or certainly that wasn't their best moment.
I
Decision.
almost feel if they were treating you badly, that it's probably they regret your decision that you left, but they don't have any regrets about what they did. I feel like they're just moving on, and letting it go.
Okay.
I
don't have that
don't
as
know why,
strongly,
but maybe when I get the Lenormand out, I can see this a little differently, or might reinforce it a little bit.
I think maybe you're right, because I don't feel a lot of emotion attached to those cards. I sort of feel that is just things that pulled them away. Maybe they caused those actions too, of course.
Well, okay.
Okay, the bear, and then the rats.
I feel they're only into this for their own personal power tripping, if this makes sense to you. Because the rats are kind of, they're self-serving. They're into their own survival. They're into, getting what they need to survive. And the bear is all about power. Sometimes financial power and security, but they're about power.
So maybe they represent a personality that really always had some sense of conflicting desires, or if it not desires, really of things that triggered them. The idea of maybe not being as successful or needing more than they felt they were getting, plus the idea that they were really just looking for something that empowered them and they didn't necessarily care about what else was going on.
Rats scrounge for survival, but they're also thieves. I mean, they'll take things from you. So I feel that, they took advantage using their power to take advantage of the situation with you or situations with you. And so you were probably good. You made the right choice to leave. They don't feel you did, or they didn't want you to because, hey, maybe they had a good thing going here. But
yes, okay. I probably didn't actually understand that, JH. But yeah, that's what it is they didn't feel your decision to leave was a good one. Yeah.
Right, that's what I've been saying here.
Yeah, I kind of missed that, so I apologize. But that makes a lot more sense to me now, actually.
Yeah. So that's what we have for you.
All right.
Wow, interesting
Thanks,
reading. Hey, Kara, you are up. And then Mr. Maurice, Jadsia, Asel, Lena, and Libra's in there somewhere, right?
Libra is probably right at the end or just before Lena.
Libra's
I'm not
right
sure.
before Sonali.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before Sonali.
I don't know why I keep talking about you and I didn't write you down, Libra. I'm sorry.
I remember when you came in, I thought Banshee saw that or
I
heard me.
I did.
I'm just going to blame it on her.
Blame it on me. We've been staying up too late. I admit it. So.
True. Okay, and there's Kara's question. Kara. My question is, the love of my life will meet me soon. Okay, so that's your deck. Want to try a yes or no first?
Let's do that first. Sure.
Yeah.
Grab this one. Oops. Well, I guess she likes laying on that blanket there.
Yeah.
I thought for a while there we might have a visit from Shadow today on set, but no.
She was the one that was messing with my cloak and my witch's hat over here on the side. And so I had to get him out of the way because she has probably the worst claws. She's the only one that is really horrible about...
We have a hard time getting her claws clipped.
Clipping her claws. Some say they might lose a finger from her.
She's very feisty about it. She's just gets
We used to
angry.
take them to a place, and
All
we had
the
to stop
time.
taking them there
And
because
then
she started biting.
she just kept getting worse and worse over time,
Yeah.
and people finally said,
We don't want
we
her.
can't clip her. Feel bad.
And we're not.
So,
We're thinking about the options to give her something to calm her down, but we're not totally dealing with that. So to some degree, I've clipped some of their claws myself, but I can never really clip them all.
and
So
it's hard to
kind
get her. She's the worst.
Yeah, it's kind of
Everybody
half-assed.
else we can work with a little bit.
Okay, Kara. And this one's a count.
Indeed, I know. Oh.
Okay, I don't know if we've explained and you heard about how we do our yes or no questions, if we do a question as a yes or no. Basically, we turn over cards in three consecutive piles looking for an ace.
Within 13
Within
cards.
13, right. So if we get an ace,
We move to the next
we
pile.
move to the next pile, but you always end on the third pile at 13 if you haven't encountered any or however many aces. So then you interpret the answer by the number of aces you have.
So you have an Ace of Pentacles reversed. Can you grab the cards, Mr. O?
Yes, I can, Mrs. TFT.
The Ace of Cups reversed. And the Three of Pentacles reversed.
2 aces out of 3 means it is leaning towards yes. You asked the question, will it be soon? So, of course, it's saying it is leaning that way.
But how soon? The Pentacles are some of the slower moving cards in the deck. The 3 is here. The 3 is reversed. Could it mean 3 months? Could it mean... it does sound like it's going to be soon. I would say within 6 months for sure. The Pentacles are some of the slower moving cards in the tarot. I also feel that you might not be ready for this or prepared when it happens.
Right, it looks that way from, thank you, I was groping with that one there too, but I think 3 of Pentacles reversed is also an energy that maybe says...
You're welcome, JH. Take care.
Bye. Thank you. Thanks for coming, JH. Happy Halloween. I think the energy of the 3 of Pentacles reversed is also saying too that, like Banshee says, you're not going to feel like you've really mastered yourself. You're the kind of person maybe that feels like you want to have some sort of sense about yourself before true love finally happens. It's not saying like you're not interested maybe in more casual friendships or relationships, but for the one that you think you want to meet, you know, you sort of feel like maybe there's something else more you want to do, accomplish, learn, be.
Yeah, it just seems like it comes at an unusual, the timing's unusual, or you're just not
Sure.
prepared, you don't feel like you're ready for some reason. And like maybe he said there's something else that you wanted to do, but hey.
But that's love. That's love or true love even.
It
That
comes
it
when
just...
you least expect it or are ready for it.
So now I'm going to do the Lenormand to give us a little other clue. And go ahead, Libra, you can post your question.
So what it might also mean, Kara, is if you don't go looking for it, it will find you. It will definitely find you.
All right.
Oh, see?
Wow.
See? Oh,
Okay. I'm
talk
now
about
truly...
opposites here.
These are two opposites because you have the pumpkin and then you have the dagger.
Now the dagger
Now you do need a good knife to cut and carve a pumpkin, but...
The dagger is the cross in the traditional Lenormand. You can see it's kind of cross-shaped. And so the cross is about worry, stress, and grief that seems to be eliminated through some lucky circumstance. So I don't know here, maybe this is a period of time in your life where you feel kind of low, but lo and behold, there's something that happens. This person comes along and everything starts to click or get better.
Well, I think it's
this
saying
is
don't
luck.
let anxieties or disbelief ruin the luck that is actually there. It could be saying that maybe
Oh.
there's an inclination to feel that it's not working out or that something is
Well, or it's
robbing
never
that.
going to happen, It's never going to happen.
So
You
don't
might
let it
have
happen. Yeah.
worries or doubts.
Try not to let it
But
happen.
it's all about timing. Another thing about the pumpkin, which is the clover in the traditional Lenormand, is it's about synchronicity and timing. Things happen, right place, right time. You just happen to be in the right place at the right time when this happens. So again, it's like totally unprepared, spontaneous, a chance meeting
Yeah.
perhaps. And when you least when you're least expecting it in your life.
And it's actually because you asked the question that way that our minds picked it up, I think, because
Yeah.
you asked if it would be soon. So it looks like it could be, but maybe you won't really be exactly where you want to be for it, but it could just happen.
All right. That's what we have for
Awesome.
you, Kara. Mr. Maurice, you are up. We've hit Mr. Maurice and then Jadzia, Asel, Lena, Libra, and Sinelli.
All right.
It's maybe taken me most of the show to get the list right. But we're there. Hey, you're welcome, Kara. Anytime.
You're welcome. Ooh, I want that other little chocolate patty.
That's it. I'm just putting it by me.
Oh, I see. You thought I was going to take that one? No,
I thought you were. I know
well,
how you are about
I would ask to trade, perhaps, but you don't want to.
Okay, we'll wait for Mr. Maurice. Mr. Maurice did not post a question, right?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so. So we'll check on that. Oh gosh, you make me want to eat. Okay, fine. It's Halloween. Trick or treat. I go for the treat every time. Can you double check for a question?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Maurice, are you with us? We'll give you a little more time. Yep, I see you're there, and you'll be one more person after Mr. Maurice, and then you, Asel.
It doesn't look like they dropped a question, so we'll just have to wait and see if they're here.
All right, just one more moment. While I take my candy break, and we don't have any. That's okay. I don't need to get chocolate on my cards. There we go. Definitely don't want that.
Yes, you can leave your question, Libra.
All right. Let's move on to.
Well, I just posted it, so
Okay.
let's give them one more moment.
Oh, you're very generous today. All right.
You're welcome, Libra. But yeah, okay. Perhaps it's time then.
Let's move on to Jadzia's question, and then will be Asel, Lena, Libra, and Sinelli.
And we may come back to Mr. Maurice if he shows
Right,
up
if
again.
Mr. Maurice comes back, we'll get to his question.
Okay. We get that. Sometimes people can't wait, so we get that.
Oh, so you're wondering what could have been said about you. Is it my cards or yours?
I think it's mine.
Okay.
Okay. How do you want to do that?
Which ones are you using there?
The Gothic Vampire.
Well, it's not a yes/no. Just want to find out what just 3 cards. Just wants to know if the
they?
gossip was good or bad. What could have been said.
Okay. Gotcha. We have the question, Libra, so that's good.
Okay. You can put them up there and tell me what they are.
What the cards are?
Yeah.
All right. I'm glad you trust me for that.
Well,
So we have the Major Arcana 17. That's a star, right?
yeah.
Let's see. And then the Hierophant.
So you get all the easy ones.
Who knew? They're both upright.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And then the King of Wands reversed.
Well, I'm not so sure there was a lot of chatter. I mean, it's clear they got together. The star is there. It looks like maybe there was some talk, but was it about you or was it about more mundane things? The Hierophant is there, and I get the feeling that really, I don't see anything that really...
There's a sense of moderation between both of those in a way.
Yeah, I don't see the sense of any kind of gossip going on here. But the King of Wands is interesting. There may have been...
It may have been that they themselves might have been looked at poorly or differently. This sort of looks like non-magnetic kind of stuff happening. Like maybe if there was an attempt maybe to talk trash, then maybe they were sort of like saying like, no, don't do that, and they might have looked down on them.
Well, it's interesting because I know these are friends of your ex, but I couldn't help but wonder if maybe they were talking down their friend, your ex.
Yeah, that's sort of the
like
idea I'm getting.
It almost seems that way to me, which is kind of funny. Let me look at the Lenormand down
Do we
this.
feel that way? We don't. I mean, do you know that for some reason? Because I'm not sure I
But they
feel
were
that.
talking about you, huh? Well, if they were, I sense it was not negative. I can't see
That's
much
true.
negative here because there may have been talk about, if anything, maybe they felt you were not right for this person,
That's a good way
I
of looking
wonder
at
if that's maybe what it was about. If they were talking about it at all, they might have been talking about you in context of that relationship. And to me, because, there's the Hierophant there. This just seems like there's a lot of structure, order, and the star is very positive and hopeful. So see, that's why I'm not seeing a lot of negativity here. But let me throw the Lenormand into the mix.
Somebody I know, well, I don't know them personally, but they're sort of a philosopher type. They feel that sometimes it's the danger of knowing that people will gossip that keeps people from gossiping, especially when people possibly hang around in intersectional groups of friends.
Well, it gets dangerous because then again, I can see why there would be gossip.
Right, I mean, it goes both ways. But the thing is
ways.
that when somebody is known to talk trash, then usually other people discount them as being serious or being a good person. So it goes with a risk, I guess is what it's saying.
Either the cards are just not connecting on this one, Jadzia, because look at this. I mean, this is what we have today. We got the Sun.
Which means finding out things.
Well, or there's success and positive
That's
energy
true, too.
connected
It's
with the Sun.
more likely about that.
The Sun in the Lenormand is one of the most positive cards. Positive.
Yeah,
And that, let's think about it here. We got the Sun and we have the Star.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I have the Dog. So to me, and the Dog is about friendship, loyalty, and trust. And all of these elements that we're getting here are more positive than negative. The only one is that King of Wands.
Were they a fire sign, your ex? Were they somebody maybe who just had charisma, anti-charisma? You know, like they vacillated in terms of how people could relate to them because they shifted their personality in some ways?
The King of Wands could be, maybe the one emblematic of one person in the group that may have had some derogatory or negative or angry things to say. I will say this.
Okay.
I will say this. When you have this combination together of the dog and sun, it could also indicate to me, because the sun is about illumination, as Mr. O said as well. That could be part of this. So maybe this does mean you are going to find out about somebody, a friend, maybe somebody from this group. So I think you may find out something from this friend who was there at this meeting.
Thanks for reminding me that you're a Pisces, because that means you are intuitive yourself. You are sensitive to things. You sensed it. And probably what you sensed was true, but not exactly the way you thought, that maybe people or other person was talking about you in a better light. And maybe, this represents a loyal person, and maybe somebody who is sort of setting them right in some way or not having the best impression of them in this matter. Most of these cards are quite supportive of their feelings towards you, I think.
They are quite supportive, and that's why I think maybe you will get some illumination or knowledge from somebody who's a little bit more friendly from that group, possibly. That's just what I'm thinking here. So, or maybe it is possible, too, that you had an ally in that group who was standing up for you.
Well, the new person, or somebody who knows the new person and knows your ex a little bit and sort of realizes, they get it. It could be a number of things like that.
Maybe you overthink. Maybe we're overthinking over here.
We just need an advice column like Dear Abby or something, right?
So I don't know, but that's what it looks like. It looks so overwhelmingly positive overall that I sense it wasn't that bad. So I don't think you have to worry too much about it.
Hopefully this is all true, because it feels that way to us.
Good luck with
luck.
that.
So I see Sal has a question.
Sal has a question posted, so we'll get going. I've got a deck right here.
Okay, so this is your cousin. Okay.
Well, I think we should start with a yes/no.
Yeah.
Let's see what it says.
It's wonderful that you're thinking well for your cousin.
Wow.
So we have to do this in two parts because, of course, he asked what their feelings really were, too.
Yeah, we're going to do this in two parts, but let me tell you what, Estelle. Well, I hope the other reading turns out as good because we have the Ace of Wands here. We have the Ace of Pentacles here.
Happy Halloween, Divine Universe.
Hey, Divine You. And we have the Ace of Cups.
So you have three aces.
You have three aces, which means 2022 looks pretty darn definite
Yeah,
for
it
a
looks
marriage.
really definite for Diana's marriage.
Let's see here with let's do something else. Let's throw the 3 cards and see about the feelings.
We are your soul tribe. We were talking about some of that earlier.
Aw.
Gina had a question for a message for the entire tarot, community, and it was really nice.
Yeah, it was a
so
great reading.
you may want to go back and view that. I don't remember how many in she was, 3 or 4.
Oh gosh, Gina was the 3rd one we read
Yeah.
for. Yep.
But it was a nice way of expressing that. But we're having a lot of fun here for Halloween. Thanks for joining us.
A little scattered at first, but I got it together. What does my skull have
Didn't
to
you
say?
already let me shuffle? So therefore it was about a cup.
I don't know. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? It said your assumptions are wrong.
I did shuffle them, and I did give back to you to shuffle. You gave me first, I think. Okay, maybe not.
And of course, in this deck, everything is reversed to make matters crazier. And of all cards, the 2 of Cups is reversed.
Oh dear.
The King of Cups is reversed. And the 10 of Wands is reversed. I feel like somebody just needs to, I feel like there might be some issues that need to be worked out here in this relationship. It's not that they're necessarily bad, but when people get to the point of getting married, there's a lot of stress. There's a lot of preparation for the wedding. There's a lot of, families intermingling back and forth, and tensions and emotions can run high. And so I feel here that they've got to make sure that they don't overburden themselves, with trying to move this along too quickly, maybe.
I'm wondering if there are parent things going on that are really highly magnifying the stress or anxiety. There's maybe a whole thing about what parents want out of this, or what they think that they should want for either of their children.
Sure,
the sense maybe with the 10 of Wands reversed that to some degree this is their last opportunity to really do certain things that control the destiny of their children before they may have to let their children have the destiny that they have. So
it was so definite a yes, they will get married, but the feelings right now, the feelings just seem like there's a little underlying tension. I don't know if it's because maybe they aren't clear with each other about how deeply each other feels for each other right now.
There may be some confusion.
There may be some confusion, but I think it's going to ultimately be worked out in the end, because the 10 of Wands indicates that burdens or, stresses are easing. So I feel like they're going to work it out. So my guess is if a marriage is going to happen in 2022, it's probably going to be later in the year.
So let's see what happens with our Lenormand and Acel.
The Child.
So there's the fox and the little goblin, and of course the fox is always the fox. The little goblin is the child. Sometimes this could be saying to take a longer time, to take, a slower approach. A child grows slowly in a way, that kind of thing.
Right, the child grows in stages. Step by step, they get older, they learn more, they develop more skills. So I think what this is saying here, and of course the foxy lady, the fox is saying, it would be wise and clever to take this relationship one step at a time. To maybe slow things down a little bit, especially if feelings are mixed or confused right now. It just might be better to grow this slower. But I feel like we had 3 aces. I feel like it's going to happen. But, like I said, there may be some stress they have to work their way through.
Well, I hate to say it too, but I also wonder too if that fox represents, like I mentioned before, the outside
Okay.
sense of a parent or somebody else, who is interfering slightly or feels that they have the right to. So I wonder if that's just something external that irritates.
Well, it's funny you say that, Estelle,
Ah.
because that King of Cups is reversed there. And I mean, if I had to look at the Two of Cups, that acts like it's not going to happen. But yet, the cards that
Are they obliged to marry? Is he obliged to marry her for some reason? That's what I'm wondering too. I sort of felt that with the first one too. I don't want to be presumptuous about that, but I'm wondering if there's some sort of other reason why they're supposed to get together, and that maybe it's obligatory.
because sometimes, yeah, if I put those two together, I would say this to you, Estelle. His feelings more likely are the ones that are mixed here with that King of Cups reversed. He has to come to terms with how he feels about a long-term relationship, maybe what's going on here. He might be somebody who, likes is it your cousin, right? Likes your cousin enough, but does he want to make this long term? I think that's the issue that maybe he's stressing over.
And sometimes in many societies, the idea of true love is not necessarily the idea of a good marriage. That sometimes a marriage, like I said, is an obligation or it relates to something else that somebody has to do. People marry for reasons other than love. It's true.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just, are you done? I don't know what else to add to this. I would say that marriage could be likely. He may turn around. But I'd say right now that, yeah, there is some issues. And, I'm glad you gave us that background there because maybe I was dancing around this a little bit. But I do feel, when I see the Ten of Wands here, I get the feeling that things will work itself out.
Yeah.
But he's got a lot of processing to do about the idea of marrying. Maybe it's not so much marrying your cousin, but marriage in general. This idea of partnership,
What I said does
commitment.
not. What I said does not negate the idea that maybe they love each other enough to marry, and that their love would grow greater, over time.
Yeah, I don't know. That could be the step-by-step thing there. Yeah, that's true. That's what we have for you, Estelle. I hope that made sense. Hey, it's 333. 333.
333, indeed.
All right. Let's move on to Lena. Lena, you are up, and I know you wanted a general reading for love and money. So, Mr. O, your deck.
Okay, so let's see. I guess I'm going to go back to the Ghost Tarot.
Okay, so after Lena, we have Libra, Sonali, and Divine You. But I was going to put Sonali at the end. Unless Sonali's
Right.
here, we can do
Whoops.
them in order. Careful. Mr. O.
These are those slippery ghosts. Most ghosts are kind of slippery. They can never quite
You're
put your
welcome, Estelle.
hand on them.
Wish your cousin luck with that.
Yes, good luck to Diana. You'll have to let us know. So in a way, that message may be for Estelle and his cousin Diana too, Gina, in a way. Because we indicated, anxieties over these plans or possible, inconveniences or upsets. So basically, it probably does have that sense that over time, something could be better here.
All right. Mr. O.
Thanks for that too, Gina. All right. So this is for Lena,
Yes.
and it's just 3 cards, right?
Love and money.
And it was the King of Wands, but it's reversed. We had the King of Wands last time, too.
We did. No, it was the King of Cups in the last reading, wasn't it?
King of Wands.
King of Wands.
We have the Tower, and it's reversed. So I'm not liking that one. And then we have the Eight of Swords, and it's upright.
I don't know, Lena. It seems like movement is tough right now. Are you putting your own roadblocks towards, the increase in wealth and love in your life? Because it just seems as though there's a pattern here of behavior, the Tower being reversed, a pattern of behavior that has to change in order for you to move forward constructively. And which is this again?
Eight of Swords.
Yeah, that's
unique
it.
image there, eh?
It is a unique image because she has bound hands, but that's really all. So I didn't have much to go on there. She's on the precipice of something though, which is interesting, but she has wings.
Right.
So in other words, she doesn't have to fall. She doesn't have to be in this precarious position, yet she is. She could fly away. So the thing is, you could bring these things into your life right now, but you have to break some of the cycles that you find yourself in right now that maybe you have put yourself in. And the King of Wands reversed indicates that it now is a time to try to be more direct. To direct your energy towards what you really want to pursue.
Everything Banshee said, I feel like this is an impasse, and yet it should not be. You should be able to transcend that. This angel in this position says, whatever you feel are the things that hold you back, they're really not there. It's up to you to transcend that. And I think a lot of that is really, and I know we're not talking about the love stuff so much, but I think a lot of that is really about your self-image, your self-esteem. I think that when this is reversed, this is saying you lack some sense of confidence.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And maybe the spirit here says, and maybe that's where it applies more to love too, because we know, you're hoping, to re-engage in the world of, better relationships with people, maybe moving towards another marriage. You need to also believe in yourself, and I think that's also the message of the Spirit. The Spirit is about believing in yourself. This angel here is about believing in yourself, believing you have the ability to transcend the past and really
past patterns,
and really think about yourself in a much better light than maybe you are right now.
Let's do the Lenormand on that. Is that mine?
It's yours.
Oh, right there.
And I want you to take hope from this because it seems to me like this is such a hopeful way of looking at that
presenting
card.
that card, yeah.
And I think it's just saying, this is the Ghost Tarot, and I think this is saying that there is someone who is looking at you from the other side and wants you to do better for yourself too.
Don't let your own self-doubts or your own, fears of the steps you need to take, haunt you, right? It's the ghost deck.
Very nice, very nice, yep. Okay, our friend the Clover.
Well, we really can't get much better than this, Lena. And this is really talking about...
Look at that.
I mean, there's several ways I could go with this, but I would say it's talking about the money angle for you in particular. It could be the other, and I'll explain that in a minute. But as far as money goes, it looks like there is abundance waiting for you. It is a matter of time. Something is going to open up for you, and it's going to be a surprise. It may come out of nowhere. You may just be at the right, we've said this before about the Clover, it's about being at the right place at the right time, or just happening across the right opportunity. But there is financial growth and abundance coming, and good luck. Now, if this is about relationships, sometimes the fish can mean be careful what you ask for. Because this could mean that, it's a possibility of more than one person might be entering your life, and, you'll have to think of choices from there.
I absolutely agree. I think this is probably more about good luck in general, but mostly leading towards a financial thing here that I feel that even if you're still weighing the issues of what you learn or what you feel you've learned and or how that changes your personality, your self-esteem, a lot of this will still be some fortuitous things that may happen to you, some good luck that can occur. And who doesn't need that?
I definitely feel the love connection here too, but but it really, to me, this speaks more about your financial area. However, and getting a job or trying to bring, income if you're starting a business, just facing that fear about taking the steps forward you need to take. But also this could be about romance, so it's up to you to break the cycles of fear and self-doubt you might be encountering and lack of confidence, as he said with this card, and move yourself forward. Sometimes we wait for these things to come into our life, and and we're doing ourselves a disservice here. We need to really be the ones to initiate it. Sometimes you just can't wait for good things to happen. But I will say there's some luck and timing and synchronicity. Maybe once you decide to open that door and make some moves, some first moves, luck will start to happen for you. So that's what we have for you, Lena. Good luck with that.
Thanks, Lena.
And we are on Libra.
Right,
Libra,
and they asked about angels, right?
Angel said no. Did Angel want to read it?
They asked about angels.
Oh.
Libra did.
Oh.
I thought you wrote it down.
Oh, no, I have it here. It's about dreams. What were the dreams?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Got it. Got it. I'm
Okay.
on the ball.
So it's your deck then.
I'm on the ball. You may not think so, but I am.
I'm thinking of spaghetti.
Hello, Mr. O's getting hungry.
Red spaghetti.
Why
As
is
red
the
as
world
the
having
vampire
spaghetti
blood.
on Sundays? I think you've brought this up on this show before.
Not because I'm Italian, because I'm not.
Just a hearty meal, and especially
it's a hearty
in the
meal and I want it. And I know you're not going to make it for me, so I got to make it for myself. Well, you could, I guess.
I could.
But for Halloween night, why not? Because we still got some work to do. We have to work on Halloween haiku and my
We got to do the
meditation.
little films. All we have to do is put them together. Because we've been doing a lot of filming this week.
And then we're going to have our breakdown. You always need a good breakdown.
No, we're going to spend tomorrow in a graveyard. What a fine ending with the family on the other side. I think it's wonderful.
Do you think we'll get over to our friend, Lon?
Oh my gosh, I love that graveyard so much. I just want to wander that graveyard someday.
It's a classic graveyard. It's a historic graveyard. It's the
It's
Elmwood
in the heart of Detroit.
Cemetery, and mostly celebrities or people with money get there. And we had a friend who was semi-wealthy, independently semi-wealthy. And he was our friend for 30 years. He died about nearly 12 years ago. No, nearly 13 years ago. And he was buried there. And so we like to go there sometimes.
Okay, Libra, we have the 9 of Wands upright. Wow. We have the TFT party card, the 4 of Wands reversed. We have the 2 of Wands reversed. This is really interesting to me because I feel like your dreams are trying to prepare you for something. I mean, that's clear with the 9 of Wands reversed.
Yeah.
They're trying to give you, I don't know if per se it's a warning, but what it is it's trying to say get ready for something. You need to get some plans in place. The 2 of Wands here reversed is saying, why aren't you planning for your future more perhaps? And the 4 of Wands reversed is indicating this is a time to look at some of the things in your life that you might have been ignoring. Maybe it's time to pay attention to some aspects of yourself or your life that you've been ignoring.
I'm going to totally be crazy here because it's just like my intuition.
Well,
But
that's what I did. Go ahead.
just do you think you know somebody who might really surprise, shock you because they run away and get married, elope? Not even saying necessarily that it couldn't necessarily be yourself. Do you think that something could happen that, and you would wonder, like, are they really ready for this? Am I really ready to be a part of this? So I sort of get the feeling like if it's not an elopement, it just might be to really start a new life, maybe somebody running away to do that or to leave, to really engage in something different. It's just sort of hitting me that way. And I'm not exactly sure why you would have to be the one prepared, but maybe you have a concern there.
Well, I'm going to stick with mine.
Okay,
I didn't
I know
have
you
that
are.
premonition, but
I know you
it
are.
could very well be valid because, you just had that come to you. So I would not rule that out.
You think I'm full of horse feathers. You know it. Okay, so is it time to do
Wherever
the
are you getting
Lenormand?
that from? Yeah, and isn't it mine? Or is it yours? I thought we were doing them the opposite before.
We are.
'Cause of
and
my bad mistake.
We are, and that's why it's
Oh,
mine.
darn it! See, you threw me off my game with your accusatory behavior.
No, with my obtuse premonition. Like, we're not.
I thought it was a good premonition. I wasn't sure where you were getting the elopement from, but I assume
Well,
it's the
or
Four
running
of
away
Wands
together somehow.
reversed.
So I have the fountain,
Hmm.
and then I have the stars. And of course, the fountain is the park, right?
The fountain is the garden or park.
The garden, okay.
It's fine, and the stars are the stars. So, whatever this preparation is, I think this is saying to prepare yourself. Maybe this has to do with preparing yourself to be out more into the public eye, out there in the public in some way, whether this is, at work or school or just, socializing more, because that's very social cards here, I feel.
Well, the stars, it's like a big surprise to me, too, in a way, and it's in the public sphere. And so I'm sort of now looking at this a little differently, and I'm wondering that, remember I said, I don't know why this would concern you if it was somebody else. It's not. Maybe this runaway or this thing is like somehow this great thing that comes to you that puts you with somebody else, a partner of some sort. Maybe they're not a romantic partner, but maybe there's somebody that's a team person to you, and it's about something pretty big and grandiose. It's about something maybe you're going to want to do, or it's a new club, it's a new involvement, it's something maybe with your children and their teachers or the school or some association, the social thing. He's crazy.
No, gosh.
You hate
no,
me. You
I
hate
just,
me.
as he was talking, I actually had a premonition, Mr. O.
Go for
You're
it.
not the only one. And so, no, really, when I suddenly looked at those stars and I thought about your dreams. Stars are about dreams and aspirations and goals. And so I'm thinking here with the fountain too in the garden, I really feel that your dreams is a collective message from Spirit. They're trying to get through to you about how it's time to prepare yourself. Prepare yourself for your future, for possibly something happening in your future. I just, you need to plan ahead. And maybe you haven't been doing enough of that, and your dreams are trying to get through to you to tell you that. Big way.
Right, and the only thing that really is maybe driving this, I suppose, to some degree, is also that reverse Two of Wands, because that's saying that the idea of things shifting on you or things not working out the way you really thought they were going to be is very likelihood. And so you need to pay attention to what those dreams maybe are specifically saying, but it is really about saying that a better future is something you have to plan for. But you will be able to, and in a way, the fountain and the Four of Wands reverse or otherwise, they do
that.
sort of, it's a gazebo and everybody's happy.
Yeah, I might see
like
it more
that.
if the Four of Wands was upright, but yeah,
True.
they definitely click. Yeah.
So be prepared to make some changes, but really they're things you want to do because you know that they're going to bring something better.
These dreams want you to plan, and because the Two of Wands reversed is saying maybe you have not done that. You're so content with what you have now or where you're at now, or there is some contentment there that you're not thinking about, well, will you be that way in the future? What do you need to ensure that life is moving in a positive direction? That's what we have for you, Libra. I know, I think I'm beating a dead horse now. Good luck with that. And we are on, well, let's do Divine You and then Sonali last, right?
Okay.
So Divine You, we're on you if you want a reading, and then Sonali, and we'll call it a day.
And I wanted to thank Mama Teresa. She mentioned that our widget went off because, of course, she knew she made a donation to us. We didn't see it, but I'm going to look for it later. We get so busy sometimes that we don't always see the screen, so when we're aware of it, of course, we're thrilled, and we thank you, Mama T, so much for your support.
We did buy a new software thing that might help us with this, but it's going to take a bit of time to set it up, so I don't think that's going to happen real soon.
Yeah, maybe later in this next month.
Yeah.
We'll see. So, Divine, if you're there, we can do a reading for you. I don't remember if you posted one or not.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
Or if you're just here to say
Divine.
happy
Oh,
Halloween.
there you are. Got another big account. How will I do a new account? All right, and handle both. All right, my deck or yours? Yours.
It's my turn. Okay, so I'm going to use Santa Muerte.
Santa Muerte.
It's time. Well, congratulations on your new account.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, good for you. Keeping busy.
Okay, I haven't. It's Halloween. You'd think I would think I'd be lucky, and I should have played the lottery already, but I've decided to wait and play tonight. So let's see what my scary skull says about my success with that. What do you think, Mr. O?
I don't know.
Should I play? So if you haven't heard that, it said the lesser of two evils is still evil. Oh dear.
I see. Sure, yeah.
Here you go.
Cut.
Oh.
This was like last time.
It is. All right. This deck I can handle. Okay, the Tower. Upright, okay. But that's okay.
So the Tower upright.
The Emperor reversed.
The Emperor reversed.
The Fool is upright. So I have a sense here about this, so I'm just going to run right now because Divine, the Tower is upright here, and it's like, you have been through this before with other accounts. This is no different. And so, you just learn, you have a lot of, you have some things to fall back on. You know kind of how to manage these accounts, and you have that to fall back on. But yet, you still feel like you're not in control of the situation, obviously. You're saying that pretty much here. You feel like you don't have the control you like to have. But of course, it's because it's something new. That, you need to fall back on your past experience, which will get you to that point of comfortability, because the Fool is saying this is a great opportunity for you. Take the risk, take the leap, obviously, and you'll do fine. Trust that you will land on your feet.
The Fool is a person who has natural instinct. They're mostly unconcerned about risk to some degree because they really feel somehow comfortable. Now, that may not fit how you feel personality-wise, but I think this is saying you should consider that. But here's what I find interesting in the Tower card. Mm-hmm. It is a different representation. It looks like the Escher thing, the drawing where it's sort of surreal. And so that's suggesting to me that there's more than one way to move through this landscape here. And so that even though there may be lessons to learn or challenges or things that feel dreadful that you're not necessarily sure you want to approach, you do have an ability to get around some of this stuff. You will be able to pierce through what looks unreal, possibly to find your goal. So it is really about feeling confident. You do feel like maybe because it's new, you're not exactly in control. This may take a little while to settle on you perhaps, but I think it will happen. You just have to give it a chance, and I think that that's the Fool. The Fool is about taking a chance. So you have to be willing to take that chance to try to climb through that maze there and pierce, into a better reality with this.
Well, if I can comment on that tower, I would just say the way I read that was, the idea is here to me, the way I could see it, is that, you've had a lot of experiences with things that have worked, things that have not worked. The tower is about the destruction that brings enlightenment in its wake, but I feel that this is talking about your past experiences, because when the tower is upright, it means you know how to navigate challenges, and you know how, you've learned the lessons over time how to do this work. And, you've had some pitfalls, you've had some struggles, and you've learned from them. When the tower is reversed, that's when it gets wonky. That's when it gets bad, because you didn't learn the lessons you needed to learn. So you have all of this wealth of experience to fall back on here. And it's okay. We all get nervous when we're facing something new and new people who we don't know what kind of impressions we're going to make. Just be yourself, and also just should be confidently take that leap into this, because the Fool is saying the time is now.
We'll do that question too, but I wanted to wrap this up by saying that in a way, the Emperor is you in between these two forces. The Emperor doesn't feel confident or in control enough, and maybe they're seeing the one idea that maybe there's a challenge here for them that they're not sure about. But really, it's what I said before. It is really saying this is better for you than you think, and you should try to have some confidence in that chance, that opportunity. There's always growth in taking a risk.
All right, let's see.
So we're going to do that yes or no, though, right? For the other question.
I thought we were going to do a Lenormand, though, first for this.
Okay, that's fine. I'll leave these here then.
Mm-hmm. So we have the house here, and we have the book. And so I feel that as you get to know these people with the book, it will start feeling comfortable to you. It's just a matter of opening the book, taking this challenge and finding your comfort zone. I think it's a matter of getting to know them. But let's do this reading. You wanted a yes/no with this, right, Mr.
Mm-hmm.
O?
Well, that's how the question is being asked.
Right. Let's do it. Well, let's see what we get. Oh boy. Well, let's take a look. I just want to see these a minute. I'm sorry. Go ahead with that one. Mr. O.
Did I pass an ace?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Let's do it again then.
Well, 1, 2, 3. There it was, the Ace of Pentacles.
Okay.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll take that. 13. Give me that. There's only not. Oh, it's an 8. It's a 10. It's a 10 of Pentacles. I need more cards here. Here, let me have that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. And what's that one?
Page of Swords.
Okay, very, very cool. So we're leaning towards yes. We have the you will get along with them. It will work out. We have the Ace of Pentacles here. We also have,
Were you wrong?
I was wrong. Shoot. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay,
It's
so
leaning towards no, but
was
let's...
that the 13th card?
Yes.
You sure about that?
Do you want to do this reading over? Because you messed it up to begin with.
I know that, but you stopped there because you thought it was an ace, or
Yeah, I
because
did
it was
think...
actually
No,
13?
no. It was 13 cards.
Fine, I'll take your
I
word
just
for
made
it.
a mistake in
I'll take
saying
your
it
word
was
for it.
2 aces.
I'll take your word for
I
it.
was wrong. The 3 of Wands, because I got confused with having to recount these cards. And the 4 of Swords.
The Page of Swords.
Sorry about this, Divine. You were near the end of the show, and it's been a long weekend. But I will say this.
we're sorry.
I will say this. It's leaning towards no, but remember, it's not a definite no. And what I see here is some positive cards anyway. We have the 3 of Wands upright, and we have the Page of Swords upright. So I think what this comes down to is just being, diplomatic, being very, very
Communicative.
Show your best side. Show your best side. And the 3 of Wands is indicating that this looks good.
I think that the 3 of Wands says the energy is, as you're doing this communication, that this is about also how well they identify you, or you represent yourself as a team player, as a member of the organization, etc. So to some degree, it's like maybe them looking at you and feeling, yeah, you really are a person on the team.
Yeah, I like that actually, because that's a 3-2, which to me is kind of team oriented.
Yeah, and it's the implication of the 3 of Wands too, in a way.
So another thing I would suggest to you, Divine You, is that with the 3 of Wands, the 3 of Wands is kind of also projecting future gains. So when you communicate to others, make sure that you are communicating, the benefits, I feel, that they have to get from working with you. I think this is going to be I really think that why we didn't get a definite yes here may have to do with your own self-doubts. And the fact that right here, I think the key is right here, Divine You. You just need to get to know these people better and to feel more in the comfort zone.
And that goes along with that too, because I think that's that person. They're a communicator. They're a person that knows how to dance through this area and be graceful, be a part of it.
So I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but I still think it will work out.
Yeah.
It's just that you have to work through your own anxieties, I think, mostly about this. And I think you're going to do fine. And I understand, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. And there are people that are there who are trying, who might want to try to bring you down. but just use, cleverness and your skills of diplomacy or tact.
Tactfulness.
Oftentimes that Page of Swords indicates don't stoop to other people's levels. Be tactful, be graceful, be the one that dances through difficult situations. And that's what we have for you.
Thanks, Divine.
So we'll try to get through the next and last reading now.
Yeah, this is
We're
our last
sorry.
one.
I think I'm going to take a good nap after this show, really. So our videos might be coming out later tonight. But anyway, let's move on to Sonali.
You're so welcome, and we
Very
appreciate you so
welcome.
much. Thank you, Divine.
Okay,
luck with
Sonali
everything.
wanted to know about the next 2 months for the elder sister.
Okay, and that's your cards.
And we'll use one of my easy decks to figure out. Back to this one. That deck is confusing. But
A little.
and I wish I had said something
sorry.
sooner, but I wasn't sure. I thought I saw
it, but we don't need it.
Sorry.
I thought I saw a wand card or a 1 card pop out there, but I didn't catch it in time and I should have stopped you, and I'm sorry. Misstep. And what's really ironic is I mistook the 10 for an ace, so there.
Yeah, it's more confusing than I thought it was. I thought sometimes I really understood that so well there.
Oh, we absolutely will. We absolutely will. Trust us.
Bury ourselves in a grave?
That's not what
Halloween.
Tina said. And we will be spending a peaceful day tomorrow with our family at the cemeteries, our family on the other side of the veil.
I'm hazarding a visit to my mom on Friday.
Oh my.
Just a one-day one, so that I'll be back to do happy hour on Saturday. I'd like to do that. I'm not necessarily saying you should come with me or not.
Well, we might work that out, Mr. O.
But I'm off Friday, so that would work.
So you're off Monday and Friday this week. That's good.
Yep, it's all crammed on
Too long
Tuesday,
weekend.
Wednesday.
Well, you didn't because you
Thursday.
worked Saturday. It's true. All right, Sonali. Wow. Wow. You know what? This is so wild, Sonali. It is all pentacles around your sister. Most of them are positive. We have the Page of Pentacles upright. But then we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. But then look at this. We have the Ace of Pentacles upright. This could either have to do with health, or this could have to do with material matters and finances. And I'm really beginning to get the feeling it's the latter.
Is she working too hard?
Well, I think
She needs to take care of herself a little bit?
she needs to take care of herself a little bit too, but I can't help but wonder if that queen is here because it has to do with feelings of self-doubt about being able to manage something new that's coming. There's a new opportunity afoot here, whether she wants to start her own business or she wants to do something new. There's something new and growthful coming, and she wonders if she's up for this challenge.
Well, I sort of feel like it's the idea that they're stressing over burning the candle too much,
And that's-
really working too hard, and maybe not taking as good care of themselves. But I do feel it's tied to this opportunity, maybe to work harder, to try to get ahead more.
Well, you know what? There's a saying, not to work harder, but to work smarter. So in other words, she needs to find the ways to balance, her work-life issues.
Mm-hmm.
So that she doesn't run herself down and, cause any kind of health issues.
Right. I think that it's not real bad, but she should watch,
Yeah. But there's opportunities afoot, and they look very,
Absolutely.
very positive.
Thanks, JH. Saw
I know,
that.
I saw that, JH. Thank you. Yeah, Angel. But it's only 4:10 and we're on our last reading unless you want a card drawn.
So this is Sonali's Lenormand.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've been burning out here. We've been crashing and burning at the end of this show.
And we have the black cat, which is the dog. And we have the bats, which are the birds. And so I'm wondering if maybe news from a friend will prove helpful. Maybe somebody who can offer real-time assistance, either physically or emotional, other support. But I'm wondering if, or else maybe it's connected to the opportunities we're seeing, that maybe these opportunities are through a friend,
Right.
and
I was
so
thinking
you're
that.
wanting to be loyal, to be helpful to them as well as the opportunity that it does bring for you,
I think
your
that,
sister.
right. I think that somebody, it could be family. Sometimes family members are, close like friends, So it's somebody that maybe either wants to partner or just has a tip that brings this opportunity about. There's something here, like you
Yeah, I'm
said.
wondering about that.
And news from somebody that she knows, either intimately like family or, a close friend.
Did we even point out our little ghostly
I don't
friend
think we
there?
did. It's hard to see it here. Ooh.
He's coming for you! Okay, he's not.
Okay, see, that
We're
we're
getting a
getting
little
crazy.
punch drunk here.
I know.
At the end of a long Halloween week.
Card
Oh wait, it's not
crazy.
quite over yet.
We did a lot of predicting and mental work, and rest assured, I'll be doing some grounding. But I also have my own readings I like to do on Halloween, so I'll be spending some time on that later as
It's
well.
really a shame because we don't have any more candy, and I want to just fall into the big bag of candy.
We have a few more of
I know,
those,
I'm
Mr.
teasing.
O.
I'm teasing. We do have candy. And of course, now is actually a really good time to go out and look for candy. Every store's going to have
That's
it
true.
discounted.
Our granddaughter is a little bit old for trick-or-treating now, but we usually give her candy, and I realized, my gosh, we didn't get it this year. So we could, and I meant to stop at the bakery Saturday to get some of their Halloween goodies there for her. Maybe there'll be some leftovers, come Monday.
Drop in Monday, maybe.
Yeah.
There you
I'm
go.
going to do that on our way to the cemetery because we can get some stuff to leave at the grave.
Ooh.
Yes.
We like to do that, leave cookies
We always
or
do
something,
that,
you know.
leave some goodies, especially for my dear Aunt Mary, who loves, like me, sweets. So, yeah.
The Banshee had many aunts and uncles, about 9 or 10 of them all together. And Aunt Mary was always my favorite. I loved all of them, really. Some of them were really cool, but Aunt Mary was the best.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hands down. All right, everybody. Well, I hope... Oh, look at you. I did do my Samhain spread unplugged. I'll have to take a look for that, Angel.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you
take
for
a
the
look
tip.
for that. Yeah.
Good stuff.
I like to try new stuff.
So it looks like that's it for everybody.
So
and
listen, take care. Have
next
a
week
great...
represents something of a return to normal.
Well, something of a return to normal, but it is anniversary month.
Yes.
So I guarantee you stuff will be going on, maybe not as fast and furious. We will definitely do another past life show, though.
In addition to the cards that you mentioned earlier, there's also a fabulous book. If you like to crochet or do that kind of work, it's going to be a fabulous book for you. Or if you know somebody that maybe would appreciate that, you should get into our giveaway for that. I'm not sure when it's going to be, so watch us for details.
Fiber Magic was on our last show, right?
Yes, she came
stopped
to the
in,
happy hour, right?
And she's an author for...
Or Past Lives.
Right, Past Lives, I think. She's an author for Llewellyn, and we've got a copy of her wonderful book we bought that we're giving away because guess what? I just don't do crocheting
But
and
we
knitting.
saw her, as well as a number of other great authors, at LuellaCon. We did watch her show, and so we got to schmooze a little bit. She's been very supportive of our efforts. She said something about, we could be the official reader. Thank you, Fiber,
for
if
their
you're watching.
for their Facebook group. So it's really nice, and so we're giving that book away too, and it is a great book. So if you're into
It's a beautiful
the crafts, the real knitting, crocheting crafts, this
And if
is
you're
for
on,
you.
on Facebook, look for Fiber Magic and Fiber Magic Coven. They share lots of pictures of all kinds of wonderful little crochet items. Sometimes they give away tips and patterns for it. It's very beautiful.
So take care, everybody. Happy, blessed
Happy New Year.
Samhain, and
Thank you,
Happy
Gina.
New Year.
Thank
We'll
you very
see you
much.
soon. Bye-bye.